All right, let's talk about one of the most exciting things you can do, taking that amazing idea that's been bouncing around in your head and actually turning it into a real, living, breathing business. You know that feeling, right? That light bulb moment, maybe in the shower or driving to work. You think of a new product, a better way to do something, and you just know it could be huge. But, and this is the big but, having the idea is one thing. The real journey, the hard part, is going from that spark of inspiration to a successful company. And that's exactly the road we're going to map out together today. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the idea itself and the challenges that come with it. Then we'll open up the toolbox and look at the 4 M's of production. After that, we'll walk through turning a concept into a real creation, build the engine that makes the business run, and finally, put together the blueprint for success. So let's start at the very beginning. A great idea is the spark, for sure, but it isn't the whole fire. The real challenge is building a process, a system, that lets you bring that idea to life over and over again, efficiently and with consistent quality. To build that system, you need the right tools. And in the world of making things, we call that toolkit the 4 M's. These are basically the 4 essential ingredients, the non-negotiables, that you need to create pretty much anything. And here they are: manpower, materials, machine, and method. Seriously, think of these like the 4 legs of a table. If even one of them is shaky or missing entirely, the whole thing just falls apart. So let's break down what each one really means. First up, manpower. This is your team, your people. But it's so much more than just hiring employees. It's about getting the right skills on board. So let's say we're starting a business making fancy artisanal dog treats. Our manpower is our skilled baker. Their expertise is what makes our product special. Your first big decision is often who you need, not just what you're making. Okay, next you need your materials. These are the actual ingredients you're working with. For our dog treats, this would be the high-quality organic flour and the really good peanut butter. And there's a super simple rule in business that you just can't break. The quality of what you put in directly controls the quality of what comes out. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out? It's true here too. Then you have your machines. This is all the equipment, the tools you use to transform your materials. For our little bakery, we're talking about industrial-grade ovens, big mixers, that kind of thing. And this isn't just about making a shopping list. It's a strategic choice. You've got to balance how much it costs up front with how many treats you can make and how fast you can make them. That decision right there will affect how big your business can grow. And finally, we've got the method. This is your process. It's your secret sauce. For our dog treats, it's the exact recipe. How long you mix the dough, the perfect baking temperature, the precise cooling time. Your method is what guarantees that every single treat is as good as the last. And honestly, it's often the one thing that makes your product special and really hard for competitors to copy. Okay, so we've got our 4 M's lined up. Now what? Well, it's time to see how they all come together. We're going to move from the abstract ingredients of production to the actual physical product that you can hold in your hand. This journey really starts with a solid product description. And listen, this is so much more than just a list of specifications. It's the story you tell your customers. It's how you connect the thing you've so carefully made to the reason someone should actually want to buy it. It's where you have to answer their biggest question. So what? Why should I care? But hold on, before you go big, you absolutely need a prototype. This is the first real physical version of your product. It's your chance to see it, to touch it, to test everything, from the color and the packaging to the instructions on the back, before you spend a ton of money on a huge production run. Think of it as your final reality check. And this right here, this is a golden rule. A feature of our dog treat is that it's all natural. That's a fact. But the benefit, the real reason a pet owner buys it, is the feeling that they're giving their pet a healthier, happier life. People don't buy features, they buy better outcomes. And your prototype is how you test whether the benefits you're promising actually connect with real customers. Okay, awesome. You've got a product, you've tested it, but a product doesn't just exist in a bubble. Now we need to kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the entire system that gets your product from you to your customer. And a massive piece of that system is your supplier. These are the partners who provide you with your raw materials. For our dog treat business, having a reliable flour supplier is just as important as having a loyal customer, because if they can't deliver, you can't deliver. It's that simple. Your business is only as strong as its weakest link. Now, this slide perfectly shows 2 key ideas that work hand in hand. The supply chain is the entire journey, from getting the raw flour all the way to the finished dog treat being in a customer's hands. Think of it as the how it gets there. The value chain, on the other hand, is all about the steps where you add value and therefore make a profit. Things like our secret baking method, our cool branding, our amazing customer service. That's the why someone is willing to pay more for your product. We've covered the toolkit, the product, and the systems that keep it all moving. We're almost there. Now we get to the final, and maybe the most critical piece of the puzzle, putting it all down on paper to create your strategic plan for how you're actually going to win. This all starts with your business model. And hey, don't let that term scare you. All it really does is answer one simple, direct question. How are we going to make money? Are you selling dog treats one bag at a time in a store? Or maybe it's a monthly subscription box. Or maybe you're selling in bulk to pet shops. Each of those is a different model, and you have to define yours because it's the core logic of your whole company. That business model then gets fleshed out in your business plan. This is your master document, your operational roadmap. It connects literally everything we've just talked about. See that production section? That's where you spell out your 4 M's. The marketing section? That's where your awesome product description and value chain come to life. And the financial section? Well, that's the ultimate test. It's where the numbers prove whether your brilliant idea can actually be a profitable business. So why is this so crucial? I mean, just look at the story of Jesse, who had this fantastic idea for a banana queue business. He grew super fast, opening up stalls everywhere, but he had no real plan for his supplies, his quality, or his cash flow. And in the end, it all fell apart. It just goes to show you, an idea, no matter how amazing, is really just a dream without a solid plan to make it happen. So there you have it. We've gone through the toolkit, the product, the systems, and the blueprint. Everything you need to start building your business from the ground up. The only question left is, what's the very first brick you're going to lay?